Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
In the month of September, it's been nothing but the win column for Vermillion Volleyball, and tonight, the Vermillion Tanagers, riding a 3-game win streak and a record of 3-6, hope to provide the upset of the year as they take on the perennial powerhouse, the number 1 ranked Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, the 5-time defending state champions, who have also won 11 out of the last 15 tournaments, and they are 8-0 on the year. Good evening and welcome once again to Vermillion High School here on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV, as we're getting set for another night of volleyball action as the Vermillion Tanagers take on the number 1 rated Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. I'm Cole Larsh, and if you're wondering where Heath Nimke is tonight, well, he's assisting the broadcast team in Centerville, another Live Ticket TV customer for their volleyball game over there. Not to fear, though, as I am joined by former head coach Jody Zeller, who has graced us with her presence and volleyball expertise for all Vermillion volleyball games thus far. Coach Zeller, thank you for taking your time and helping us out for these volleyball broadcasts. Are you ready for some volleyball?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
We're going to have to see coming up. But
Yes. No, I'm excited. This should be a fun game tonight. It'll be, obviously Sioux Falls Christian is a program with a history. They have set the tone. They have a great program in Sioux Falls. Darcy Wasner has been the coach there for a long time, and she does everything right as far as I'm concerned. So I'm excited to see. She's got a brand new team for the most part this year. So excited to see how well she's got them pulling together, which they're 8-0. It sounds like pretty good.
yeah.
So it'll be good to see. Our girls are going to have to block tonight. They're going to have to block.
That'll be a main key, is the size and speed of Sioux Falls Christian. Every year you seem to see them play, and they just get up there and slam the ball. It seems like straight downs. That'll be a big factor for them tonight. As we kind of get back into the Vermillion side of things, most sets against Tri-Valley, they didn't get off to a good start. How important is it to get off to a good start against a team as good as Sioux Falls Christian?
I think that is probably going to be incredibly, because you've seen the last, well, let's take even just last week when they were playing in that 5-set match with Tri-Valley. When they got down on themselves individually. They got down on each other, okay? If that happens tonight with a team like Sioux Falls Christian, like, they hit the ball hard. And by hard, I mean hard. They're going to hit the ball harder than anybody you've seen hit yet. And they serve bullets. They're flat, they're straight over the net, and they're hard. They go ace or miss is what you're going to see. And if our girls are down on themselves, they're going to struggle with those balls. For you to be able to pass those balls, you're going to have to be in a good frame of mind. So,
another kind of thing, bouncing off that a little bit, I wrote down communication and service errors and little mistakes like that have kind of plagued Vermillion thus far. It just comes back to how important is it to minimize the small mistakes and almost have to play perfect against Sioux Falls Christian.
I think you pretty much said it all. They're a team that is not going to lose the game on their own. They're not going to lose the game. So you're going to have to minimize the points that you give them. Okay, so for our girls, you're right on. We can't miss serves. We can't afford to miss those and give them free points. We can't have hits go in the net and go out of bounds. We've got to eliminate those points that you give other teams, and the communication, it just has to happen.
Kind of a mindset thing coming into this game for Vermillion. How easy is it for players to get the mindset that, oh, we're just going to lose to Sioux Falls Christian anyway, so that they just kind of go out there and don't try and just get swept?
It's interesting you say that, because that's the mentality that, as a coach in the previous years, that's what I've run up with against these girls, because Vermillion hasn't had a real winning program. We've been really up and down. We've had some really great years, but I don't think they have enough confidence in themselves to believe how good they are. And so because of that, they tend to sometimes get a little hard on each other and think, oh, this is a team we're supposed to lose to. So I always approached it as, you know what? If you're supposed to lose and you're not going to try, there's no sense of playing. You know, that's the reason we play the game, is for upsets. And what an exciting night it would be if something happened.
Exactly, and some quotes from Coach Amy Nelson: we have nothing to lose. All the pressure is going to be on Sioux Falls Christian. How does this help Vermillion going into the game?
Well, to me, that seems like a great benefit to Vermillion. I mean, they should just play free and simple and go play the game and have some fun. Because she's right. They have nothing to lose. They're not expected to win this. They're not even expected to win a set tonight. So, if they happen to pull a set off, and then who knows, maybe a second. And we'll see where it goes from there. But that's why we play the games, because the favorites don't always win.
And that's the exciting part about sports, is you never know who's going to win on a given day.
Exactly.
Just like college football on Saturday and NFL on Sunday, you never know what's going to happen.
Yes, exactly.
So a very exciting match upcoming here at Vermillion High School. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, a little more pregame show with former head coach Jody Zeller on Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Welcome back to Vermillion High School, where the Vermillion volleyball team takes on the #1 rated Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Vermillion comes into this game a 3-game win streak starting since September 1st. They defeated South Sioux City 3-0, Bonhomme 3-0, and Tri-Valley 3-2. How much do those 3 wins help Vermillion coming into this game?
Well, I mean, it's got to make them a little more confident than normal. I mean, winning is fun. It makes practice more fun. It makes everybody get along a little bit better. It makes people willing to try things they maybe hadn't tried before and practice hard. So that's really key. So yeah, I think it's good for their morale.
And that's going to be very important coming into this game. As you know, Sioux Falls Christian, we've noted, really good over the years, especially the past, 11 out of the 15 years they've won. Another interesting stat for this year, they've lost 1 set all year. They are 24-1 overall, not counting tournament play. So it'll be interesting to see what Sioux Falls Christian and Vermillion bring today. We're going to step aside once again, and when we come back after starting lineups and the national anthem, we'll have volleyball for you on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV.
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Vermillion High School. The first serve is on its way. Vermillion Tanagers and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers set to start. Little volley back and forth. That is Voss getting up there and slamming it down for the early point for Sioux Falls Christian.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. They've got a new setter. Well, I shouldn't say she's not new, but a little bit new look as the setter, and they've got a whole lot of new hitters going on over on that side.
Little tip over by, I'm looking at the wrong side here, Jensen. And a hit out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian gives a point to the Tanagers. Got to get that right now. I had this backwards.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Bailey Baylor made the starting lineup tonight, playing in the right side there. It looks like she's going to be a blocker.
As we heard Heath talk about it on Thursday, a couple players might be missing from, I believe, other sporting events, if I'm not mistaken. However, I could be wrong.
No, I think so. I did notice Shaylin Puckett is not on the bench tonight, so she must have another event.
Doty back to serve again for Vermillion. Dug up cleanly by Sioux Falls Christian. Slam over the net by Pepema. And that'll be hit out of bounds by Vermillion. Another point for Sioux Falls Christian, 2-2 to start the first set.
You know, Sioux Falls Christian doesn't do anything extra special. They love to hit the high outside hit. So they're going to set that outside hitter over there. It's going to be high, and they're just going to pound away at it.
And the ace serve by Barber makes it 3-2, Sioux Falls Christian. But if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Perfect.
Serve over again. Dug up and hit over by Barnett. Sioux Falls Christian's going to get it up cleanly. And there's Pepema again. However, it'll be blocked at the front by Vermillion and tipped out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian, 3-3.
Yes, I think that block, was by Brooke Jensen. And I told you, to me, that could be a difference maker. If they can get their hands on those, they can get a few extra points out of that.
Hit over here by Lems, dug up cleanly by Vermillion. Gap tries the back corner, and she's going to miss it long. 4-3 Chargers. Early, we've seen this go back and forth. For Vermillion's sake, I hope they keep it up.
Yeah, it would be nice. I will tell you, Lems is a repeat name. That name I remember from them from last year. And if I remember right, she is an all-conference player from last year as well. So
Doty
there you go.
Sets it up nicely to Gap, and that one's going to find the back line. Point Tanagers, 4-4.
That was a nice hit by Serena right down that line. That's wide open right now because they trust their blockers to pick that up.
4-4 early here between Vermillion and Sioux Falls Christian. That serve's going to be just out of bounds. That was Jensen. We've seen that a couple times this year in just unopportune spots, but that's just what happens when you play volleyball.
Yeah, it is. You know, and Brooke's a young girl. She's got a lot of reps in, and we sometimes treat her like she's a little bit older than she is, but she is a sophomore, and she sometimes gets going just a little too fast, and that's what causes her to miss that serve.
Doty set up nicely to Voss, tried the old hide behind the post play, and that is Ostra going to hit it straight into the net for the Vermillion point. I believe that hide behind the post is a Jody Zeller play, if I remember correctly.
That is a Jody Zeller play from the good old days.
Baylor serves it over for Vermillion. And a cross-court shot, that was Bile, going to miss out of bounds. So 6-5 Tanagers. So far, they've been keeping up nicely with this Sioux Falls Christian offensive attack. Baylor serves it again. Set by Barber, slammed down, and that was Ostra. Another big point for Sioux Falls Christian. That's just another showcase of the power that they have.
It is. You know, you're not going to stop them with a single block in the middle, so they're going to we are going to have to bring Claire in from the right side or use your left side blocker. We're not going to battle with them with one blocker.
Keeper's back to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Doty just has to hit it over. A little net fighting here between both teams, and eventually Gap's going to get it over for Vermillion. A little bit of trouble for Sioux Falls Christian, but they get it over nicely. Doty has to run a long ways for that pass. But they get it over cleanly. Big slam incoming. Big dig there by Barnett for Vermillion. And Gap manages to get the tip out of bounds. So 7-6 now for Vermillion. Good volleys for both sides.
That was good. That was a great dig by Kelsey. We got lucky on that play because Claire, I'm pretty sure, I was trying to check for sure. No, she's in the front row, so that was legal.
Serve just barely gets over the net. That is Gap. So another quick point here for Vermillion. Their biggest lead of the set, 8-6.
That's impressive. It's been a long time since we've been ahead of Vermillion in a set.
Nice easy serve over for Gap. They're going to set it up into the middle.
Good
tip
read
over
by
by
Kelsey.
Ostra.
That was a really good read.
And the hit down by Voss finds the gap in the Sioux Falls Christian defense. Now 9-6. So a little bit of momentum here with Gap serving for Vermillion.
Kelsey just did a really nice job there moving. She does a nice job of moving side to side on the court, and she covers a big space when she's reading well.
And a slam down, that's Ostra. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that name quite a bit this game, as it's now 7-9.
Yeah. I don't know if you checked out their heights on Sioux Falls Christian's lineup, but their shortest player is their setter, of course, and she's a whopping 5'9". Everybody else, for the most part, over that 6-foot limit.
And that is really dangerous if you're going to play against them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Quick point here by Sioux Falls Christian, I believe is an ace. That's Ostra back to serve. Here comes again. Trying to attack that sideline, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Gap. So it is now tied up 9-9.
You know, I know Darcy Wasner really well, the Sioux Falls Christian coach, and she's coached a long time up there. And her philosophy is she wants them serving it hard. She wants them serving it barely over the net. They get some misses because she asks them to do that, but more often than that, they get aces.
Just like 3 in a row here.
Yeah.
So 10-9 for Sioux Falls Christian. Ostra still serving. Like you said, barely over the net, but dug up nicely by O'Neill. And Gap just has to get it over for Vermillion. Let's see what Sioux Falls Christian can do. I know what they're going to do. And that's Bile right down the center. Just get out of the way of that. 11-9.
Yes, but if you noticed, we pulled Ani in from the outside. So Ani went in and helped on that block, and we at least got a touch on it that way.
11-9 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Hard serve, and just like you said, ace or miss is the mentality for Sioux Falls Christian. So a nice point for Vermillion. Let's see what they can do with it as they send Voss back to serve.
Brooke Jensen coming in the front row here. It'd be really big for her to have a good front row through.
Little bit of a scramble for Sioux Falls Christian, but they get it over nice and easy. Barnett gets it over for Vermillion. And a slam down that is going to be just out by Papama. So that ties it up at 11.
We'll take that one.
Take all the points you can get against a
Right?
good team like Sioux Falls Christian. And Voss goes back to serve again. Tied at 11 here in set 1. Just barely gets over the net, and that works out good for Vermillion as it finds the front gap in the Sioux Falls Christian defense, 12-11.
That's when we say the net gods are on our side.
Better to have them on your side than not, that's for sure.
It is.
12-11. Voss still serving for Vermillion. Just getting over the net there, that was Papama. And she's just going to tip one right over the net in the gap of the Tanager defense. That ties the first set up at 12. That'll send Maddox back to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Good scramble play by Sioux Falls Christian to get it over. And Vermillion just barely hits it out of bounds. So Sioux Falls Christian got a little lucky there as they had to scramble pretty hard.
They did. You know, that was this server here. She's one that is a little bit different look out of a Sioux Falls Christian serve. She's got a pretty manageable serve. So we got to use it while we got it.
Doty tries getting the smart play and just kind of tip it over and did not catch the Sioux Falls Christian defense off guard, so it'll be 14-12. Doty sets it up, and that'll be slammed home. And a tip out of bounds off of the Lems hit for Sioux Falls Christian makes it a 3-point lead, 15-12.
We had a triple block up on that one. She still got it around there. She's a good player.
Maddox still serving for Sioux Falls Christian. Doty gets it over to Barnett, blocked up front. Vermillion has to scramble to get it over, but Doty sets it over to the back corner. Not going to slam it down the middle. I was expecting that one to be full force.
Hey!
And we'll take that point. Barnett gets it just through the hands of the Sioux Falls Christian defense up front. Makes it 15-13. That sends Doty back to serve for Vermillion. Doty's serve is up. Dug out cleanly by Sioux Falls Christian. Lems gets the slam on the line. And they're going to call that one in. 16-13.
You know, she's hitting very near that same spot over and over and over again, and that's good coaching. She's aiming right at where our setter comes from. But it looks to me like we're going to have to play a little flatter defense to get any hope of stopping her a little bit.
The back set to Barnett. And that's going to work for Vermillion. I had a camera tripod in my way, so I didn't quite see what happened, but
she got
a point's a point.
Yep, a point's a point. She got it right between those two blockers, and it just kind of rattled in between them both.
So Vermillion not going down without a fight here in this first set. Barnett serves it again for Vermillion. And the slam home, that's Papama.
That one went right over the top of Bailey's block. That's going to be a difficult, I mean, for them, they're going to like it because I'm going to bet with their height they can hit over the top of her.
Back to serve is Papama for Sioux Falls Christian. Short serve, dug up cleanly. Doty has to take that pass right at the net and try and get it over, but she was rejected at the front. 18-14, we're going to get a timeout called here by head coach Amy Nelson. We're going to take the timeout with them. 18-14 your score in the first set. We'll be back to Vermillion High School after this.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Welcome back to Vermillion as they trail Sioux Falls Christian 14-18 here in this first set. But they're not going down without a fight. This seems to be a lot closer than most people would have guessed. That just shows you the true commitment that Vermillion's put in this week to try and prepare for this game and show Sioux Falls Christian that they're not just going to lay over here so far in this first set. Good volley going back and forth. Huge dig for Vermillion, and they're going to get it over cleanly. Sioux Falls Christian kind of in scramble mode here. Let's see what Vermillion can do with a free ball. Gap kind of floats it over the net. Back set handled awkwardly for Sioux Falls Christian, and the volley continues. Sioux Falls Christian, big slammer home. And that is going to be a tip out of bounds. So a point for Sioux Falls Christian. Kudos to both teams, though, for that good volley.
That was a good rally. We had some good defense back there by Kelsey O'Neill. She dug up a couple of those. And that one, you know, they had a block up on that. Brooke just had her hands too far apart, and it went right between her arms.
Popema back to serve again for Sioux Falls Christian. Kind of an awkward set there from Doty. Vermillion gets it over. Hit just over the net. And Sioux Falls Christian is going to get it back over. Good scramble there for Sioux Falls Christian. Push to the backside will be handled cleanly by Maddox. Huge dig there again for Vermillion. And the Sioux Falls Christian offense just keeps going and just out of the reach of the Vermillion defense. Point Chargers.
Yeah, I think Kelsey might have gotten that one too had Ani not stepped in there. So she's Kelsey's really reading the ball well. You can watch her. She's anticipating where it's going to go to and getting a step ahead.
Popema back to serve again for, I believe, the 7th time in a row. That'll be dug up and sent over the net. But Vermillion is able to handle the hit back. Another slam home would have been right on the line if Doty wouldn't have got there, but I think it would have been in.
I tend to think so, probably, too.
So a little bit of a run here for the Chargers. If I'm not mistaken, it's 7-0. Popema serves it again.
There's a good pass by O'Neill.
Good pass, good
somebody
set.
was in the net there. There you go.
Almost took the net out of the floor with that one. So Vermillion will take the point, but a very rare mistake there for Sioux Falls Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just caught that. She was swinging her hands and caught the bottom of the net with her fingers. So
Jensen back to serve.
We need a good one out of her. Ugh.
That one just finds the net, so it'll be 22-15. 2 service errors for her in this game.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but Brooke, when she gets a little speedy, she doesn't get her toss up high enough. She needs to get that toss up and reach for the ball. Get up there. Oh, there. Oh.
It almost worked, but those blockers for Sioux Falls Christian got their hands up there and said, no, you do not.
Yes.
So Lems will go back to serve for the Chargers. They need 2 points here to win this first set. Lems' serve just catches the top of the net. That'll be a point for the Tanagers. 2 unlikely mistakes here for Sioux Falls Christian, but for Vermillion, you got to capitalize on them now.
Exactly. We need to do something good to make that air hurt to them.
Pass is pretty close to the net, but Sioux Falls Christian handles it anyway. And that was Bio on the left side slamming it home. So it is now set point 24-16.
Yeah, Brooklyn didn't get across the net there, so there was a single block up there. And if they only get a single up, Sioux Falls Christian's going to eat that up.
Keeper's set point serve. Dug up cleanly. Doty just gets it over the net, making Sioux Falls Christian scramble a little bit. But they'll get it over nicely. Set to the middle, just a pushover by Voss.
Oh.
Big defensive play there for Vermillion, and they're able to get it over the net in 3. And the offensive attack for Sioux Falls Christian just never stops. And that is set point 25-16.
It looks like, are you off? No.
No, we're still rolling.
It looks to me like Sioux Falls Christian's focus is on those middle hitters. Those tend to be where the majority of their kills are coming from. Both those middle hitters. And if you notice, both of them are hitting at the right side of our court. Both of them. So that should be an easy adjustment. We need to slide the block that way, make them get a little uncomfortable, try to hit the ball the other way, and maybe get some errors out of them.
We'll see if Vermillion can make those changes here in the set break. For now, we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to Vermillion as the Tanagers lose set one, 25-16. Nonetheless, it was a pretty good set for Vermillion. They hung in there pretty good. Let's see if they can make some adjustments here after that 3-minute intermission. It seemed to take almost all of, but if you got a lot of changes to make, it's good.
Yes. I would think they would be, for the most part, I mean, other than the fact that you lost the set, I think there has to be some highlights that they were able to pull out of that set. Obviously, the ultimate goal has to be to slow down Sioux Falls Christian's middle hitters. They got to slow those girls down.
Doty sends the first serve of the second set over, and that'll be a hit far out of bounds. That was Lems for Sioux Falls Christian, so point Tanagers to start off the second set.
So I don't know if you noticed there, but when she was made to come to this side of the court, she had an error on there, so.
A little bit of miscommunication there for Vermillion, it seemed, and Sioux Falls Christian's going to get the first point right back, tie it up at 1-1.
That's kind of one of those, you yell at them, play it, and then somebody shouldn't have stuck their arm out on that one, and we would have gotten it.
Barber's serve handled cleanly by Vermillion. Sioux Falls Christian's going to get set up, and a block up front by Vermillion, but the block is going to go out of bounds, so it's a point for Sioux Falls Christian. But good job by Vermillion getting up there.
We got there, we got it touched. The key is Brooke is moving that way, so she's got to get there and get stopped and get her shoulders square to the net. Otherwise, it goes straight out of bounds. Geometry. Who knew you needed it for volleyball?
I always told my teacher I never wanted to use it any more than I had to in math class, but here we are learning about geometry in volleyball.
Yes.
Another serve there by Barber. Her last serve, just a short floater that Vermillion couldn't quite handle. Good save there by Sioux Falls Christian to get the ball over the net. And some more scrambling for Sioux Falls Christian. Let's see what Vermillion can do with it. And that was Jensen slamming it down for Vermillion. She's going to get up there and try it again. Here comes the offensive attack for Sioux Falls Christian. Good dig by Doty. Jensen just gets it over for Vermillion. Back set and a hit into the net. That is Moss, number 7, so it'll be another point for Vermillion. Good job making Sioux Falls Christian scramble and have to work for that point.
Yeah, those are called out-of-system balls in volleyball. When you can't get the pass set spike like you want to, get them out of system. So I think it looks to me like out of system would be really beneficial.
So far it seems that way, and Jensen gets up there and slams it in the back corner for Vermillion. That'll be another point, and they tie it up 3-3.
Yeah, I think that was 2 hits on Sioux Falls Christian. I'm not sure that up ref really knew what happened there.
Back to serve is Barnett. She just gets over the top of the net. Another point for the Tanagers. The net gods seem to be on Vermillion's side so far.
I think that was them saying ref messed up the last call.
Barnett serve again, a bullet just over the net. Sioux Falls Christian gets it over, but it is just outside the antenna. So it'll be another point for Vermillion, 5-3 now. Vermillion on a little bit of a run here with Barnett serving.
Ani has a great serve.
Set cross court. Big dig there by O'Neill. And Jensen just gets it over the top of the net, but Sioux Falls Christian can't quite get to it. Another point for Vermillion.
Yes.
So a quick 5-point run here for Vermillion gets them in the lead 6-3. Barnett to serve again.
Oh, get in.
Attacking that backside, and a cross-court slam. That was Papama, and she's going to get the point for Sioux Falls Christian.
You know, they had a really good block up there, taking the line away. Ani's got to make sure she's not playing defense behind the block. She got right behind Brooke that time. She's got to stay off her shoulder so that she can play that ball there.
And Vermillion's going to give Sioux Falls Christian a free ball. I'd expect a slam here. The set is just a little offline, but no problem for Sioux Falls Christian. They're going to get it over, so it's 6-5 now. Chargers starting to climb back.
That was a really smart hit to me. She didn't have to hit it as hard as she could. She aimed for the spot there, and you just aren't going to get that spot covered.
O'Neill to Doty. To Jensen, she's going to get it over. Sioux Falls Christian going to scramble a little bit and just get it over. Free ball for Vermillion. And just through the hands as gaps hit, so it'll be another point for Vermillion. I don't know if that's intentional to try to thread the needle like that, but it works.
I know. I'd love to say she's doing that on purpose, but I think it's probably just the net god or the hitting god helping her out.
No matter what it is, it seems to be working for Vermillion as they're ahead 7-5 here in this second set. Jensen back to serve.
Hey, she got
There
one.
we go. Gets it over the net, and that is an ace for Brooke Jensen.
Yes, got her going.
Now Vermillion seems to have some of the momentum here in this second set. 8-5. Jensen serves over again. Sioux Falls Christian's going to handle it nicely, and a block up front by Vermillion, just not as close to the net as you might want it, so it comes down on their side.
Yeah, she didn't get what's called close to the net. So you teach the girls to get at the net and then squeeze your ears so your hands go over the net. And she didn't get squeezed.
Nice easy serve over by Lems, kind of handled awkwardly by Vermillion. They're just going to get it over. Hit on the left side. That was
Doty. Oh, them for the
That was
net.
Ostra
Yes,
hitting it
I
into
believe so.
Doty.
Hitting it right into her. All she had to do was stand there, but unfortunately it hit her in the belly instead of the arms.
So it's 8-7 now for Vermillion. Another easy serve over by Lems. Vermillion just has to get it over, so Sioux Falls Christian kind of has a free ball here. Little tip over the net. That was Bile. And Vermillion gets it over with gap.
Ugh,
Attack on the left side, not what you want to see if you're a Vermillion defender, but a good job there by Barnett to avoid that from going in. And Gap's hit, half blocked, half in the net, so it'll go back on their side, making it 8-8.
It almost looks like Sioux Falls Christian has changed up their game plan even a little bit because the sets have been going always out to that left side this time. That's not going to result in anything good.
Not what you want to see if you're a Vermillion Tanager fan there.
No.
Sioux Falls Christian gets the lead back in the second set, 9-8.
Yeah, if we're going to pass the ball over, we got to pass it a little deeper over than that because that's about the worst place you could put it for them.
Serve hand a little awkwardly for Vermillion, so Sioux Falls Christian gets a free ball. And a block up front just barely didn't get back over the net, so it's going to land on Vermillion's side again. Point Chargers.
Same thing there. Brooklyn needs to squeeze squeeze, you got to tell her.
Lem serving it again for Sioux Falls Christian as they're on a 5-point run. Doty a little back set right behind her to Voss. Big block up front for Vermillion. Kind of sends Sioux Falls Christian a little bit of a tizzy. Doty's got a good set there to Gap, and she gets it over, but just in the reach of the Sioux Falls Christian defense. Another one to Gap. Wow. She's going to attack that back line.
She's swinging at the ball well tonight.
And a little tap over, just not quite communicated well enough by Vermillion. That's going to find the Gap, so it's 11-8.
I think what you saw there is the girls are all reading those hits, trying to find it, waiting to kind of take the brunt from those hard hits, and they just gave us the jumbo shrimp, we call it. Just dipped it in that middle spot.
We're going to get a, what is that officially called? Rotation error?
That's called a lineup. Yeah, not rotation, but a line out of alignment. So Claire has to be to the left of Serena, and I'm guessing she took a step too early there.
So a free point for Sioux Falls Christian, not what you want to do if you're Vermillion trying to win the second set. And a block just out of bounds from Vermillion, so that's going to give another point to Sioux Falls Christian. And it's 13-8.
I think that should be Vermillion ball because that hit the net, and I don't think our blockers, the down ref is saying our blockers touched it. I'm not sure they did there, but I guess he's closer than me. Look at Cole's replaying it. He's trying to tell us.
I'm going to try my best. A little hard to see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it caught the Vermillion blockers.
It didn't look like it from here.
It's awfully close. I'll give them that.
Pull it back. Pull it back. So just to keep. Okay, just a little. If a ball goes outside of the standards and you have hits left, you can pull that back into your court and play it over.
Good word of advice there from Coach Jody Zeller. Another slam home. That was Bile, I believe, for Sioux Falls Christian.
Yeah.
We're going to get a timeout here called by Amy Nelson and Vermillion, and we're going to take the timeout with them. Sioux Falls Christian on a 10-0 run, if I'm not mistaken. 15-8 here in the second set. We'll be back to Vermillion after this.
This This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Everybody that didn't get to see that one was lucky. You know, Ani and Serena are two of the quietest players on the floor, but two really nice passes. But having them right next to each other. Oh, there's that net god on our side.
In case you missed it, a Sioux Falls Christian serve. Bounces right in the middle of Vermillion defense. Nobody moved to get it, and now the net gods are still on Vermillion's side. So that ends Sioux Falls Christian's 11-0 run. And that is Bile going to slam it home again for Sioux Falls Christian, 17-9.
And, you know, it's hard to tell if you can see that on the TV, but Brooklyn got over there, but they have to close their block, it's called. You want them hip to hip, those two blockers, and Brooklyn didn't get hip to hip, so that ball went right between their two arms.
Keepers back to serve for Sioux Falls Christian with an 8-point lead. Dug up kind of awkwardly by Gap. O'Neill has to run for it a long ways, and Gap sends it over. Here comes the Sioux Falls Christian offensive attack, and that is going to go just out of bounds. Bile trying to attack that back corner, and Vermillion gets the point, 17-10.
Okay, she's 6'2". If you looked at that one, you could see her shoulders above the net. We don't have anybody that can do that.
And just a tap over the net. Vermillion's going to get it back over somehow, and Bile's going to slam it home once again for Sioux Falls Christian. She's just finding the gaps and slamming the ball right in between them, so it's 18-10.
I'd like to see Brooklyn. Brooklyn tends to be intimidated by those girls, I guess is the right way to say that. And you know what? Brooklyn can play with those kids. I'd like to see her get up there and challenge that girl.
And another miscommunication by Vermillion. The serve lands right in between 4 Vermillion players, and nobody really made a move at it, so now it's 19-10. Ostra is serving for Sioux Falls Christian. And we're going to get a point from Vermillion. We're going to call that one a lift on Bile, I believe.
I couldn't really tell for sure, but okay, so the rule when the ball is right on the net is part of the ball has to be over the net for Sioux Falls Christian to attack it. So I'm not sure, maybe part of the ball didn't get over. Who knows?
It's hard to tell from this angle, but those officials have a lot better angle than we do from here.
They do, and I missed his signal. Had I seen that, I would have been able to tell you.
20-11. Maddox is serving for Sioux Falls Christian. Big slam that time by Jensen. And the kill for Sioux Falls Christian is just going to find the corner, so now it is a 10-point lead, 21-11.
Once again, there are those middles. The last couple hits have gone to that side of the court. So we have to slow that side of the court. Make them go the other way. Okay? Put that strong block up, force them the other direction. That's going to cause trouble.
Exactly what you don't want to do against the tall Sioux Falls Christian front line, and they're just going to send that one straight back. So now it is 22-11.
Yeah, that's better than any set they're ever going to get from their setter. Those are like licking their chops over there. They just can't wait to get those. I will say, you know, Coach Wasner is really, obviously she has to be unique because in what she tries and what she does here, because her program often will win by big margins. And she does a really nice job of giving the other girls a chance to play when she has these leads. She'll get other girls in the game. And so they get to play a little bit. So it's nice that she does that.
And that's good for building the success for future years, too, as you get those younger players some experience, and
yes,
all of a sudden your next class is coming up. They've got 10 games of varsity experience, so
yes,
it's big for the program.
It is, it is.
Point for the Vermillion Tanagers there, so it'll be 22-12, and Doty goes back to serve.
So we have a little lineup change here. It looks like freshman Reagan Lee is going into the front row for Emma Willard. I would guess that Reagan can put up a little bigger block over there. That's why she's in.
And an ace serve for Doty. Gets the student section into it a little bit here. Down 9 in this second set. Let's see if Vermillion can't get a little comeback. Serve up by Doty, handled nicely by Sioux Falls Christian. And that was Timms there hitting it over for Sioux Falls Christian.
Oh, there that.
She's going to get the call again.
Serena. Good read by
Good
Serena.
defensive play there by Vermillion, and almost a throw over the net for Sioux Falls Christian. Doesn't catch Vermillion off guards. They're going to send it back over. Cross-court set. Dug by O'Neill, but that one launches straight out of bounds. That makes it 23-13.
Yeah, that's another one of those. I'm going to pull geometry into the game here. She's setting that ball clear outside of the antenna. The ball has to go between the antennas. So there's no sense of playing defense on that right side of the court on a ball like that. Those defenders all need to come this way and cover more of the floor.
That was Papama's hit, blocked up front by Vermillion. They're going to get it back over. And the Sioux Falls Christian offensive attack never seems to end here. As they're going to get the ball right back, kind of out of system, you might say. But good play there by Doty to get it up so they can get it over. Good dig by O'Neill. Unfortunately, is a straight pass to Sioux Falls Christian, and they're on set point once again. 24-13 here. And Barber goes back to serve for the Chargers. Serve just gets over the net. Doty has to run a long ways for that pass.
She did. That was a mile.
But she got there nonetheless.
Oh,
and a little bit of net fighting here. We're going to get Sioux Falls Christian in the net. So that'll be a point for Vermillion.
Somebody was on our team there because that wasn't very pretty on our side of the net. Doesn't matter how you score them, you just got to score them.
24-14. Serve over by Vermillion. Dug up cleanly by Sioux Falls Christian. Net gods are on their side now. And that block is going to be just out of bounds. So set point goes to Sioux Falls Christian. They win set 2, 25-14. We'll be back to Vermillion for set 3 action after a word from our sponsors.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And welcome back to Vermillion High School, where Vermillion finds themselves down 2-0 to the number 1 rated team in the state, the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Jody, we kind of expected this one coming in, but how do you think Vermillion's been playing so far?
Well, I have to tell you, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I anticipated, I should say, that Sioux Falls Christian would probably win in 3 tonight. Had you told me set 1 was going to be as close as it was, though, I think I would have called your bluff. So I would have to be happy with set 1. Set 2, I think, went a little bit more awry, but Sioux Falls Christian, I felt like kind of stepped it up a couple of notches in step 2 as well. So we're off to a good start here, it looks like. We need to keep going. It's not over till it's over.
It's not over till it's over. 1-1 early here. Vermillion ties it up. Sends Doty back to serve. Her serve, a little floater. Sioux Falls Christian handles it nicely. Wow, what a hit by Lems. Not a whole lot you can do about that.
That is a beautiful hit. The only way you are going to do anything about that, your blocker has to get that job done. Has to. So with her hitting there, Brooke's going to line up on her and that right side blocker, which is Reagan. They're a freshman in there now. She's getting some really nice experience.
2-1 for Sioux Falls Christian. They're trying to get the sweep. Big block up front by Barnett. It's going to give the point to the Tanagers.
You know, Ani came screaming in the door tonight from her tennis match today. So she played tennis and made it here just right before they ran on the court. So good for her. She's such a good kid.
And her serve is going to go straight back to him after the Sioux Falls Christian putback, you could say. This is gap to Doty, back to gap. Sioux Falls Christian has to run a little bit around for that third hit. Good serve, the good dig there by O'Neill just to get it back over. Unfortunately, that sets up Sioux Falls Christian nicely, and Lems just slams it home.
Ani's coaching herself a little bit there. She went to play the overhead pass thinking it was coming right at her, and I think she would have just passed that, she probably got that one right up. All because that girl just hit it straight old down.
3-2 for Sioux Falls Christian. Papama serves.
Great pass by Kelsey.
Good pass, good set. Hit over, just blocked up front by Sioux Falls Christian, and that's to be expected when all your blockers are over 6 foot. They're just going to slam that one right past Doty, so it's 4-2.
Yeah, see, they're trying to talk Reagan through this, but I don't, her inexperience, it's going to take her a little bit of time to get that, but she's doing her best.
Serve over goes to gap. Doty has to run a long ways for it, but she gets it perfectly back to gap, and she sends it over. Good dig again by O'Neill. Unfortunately, it's going to set up Sioux Falls Christian really nicely, but she gets another big dig. See if Vermillion can't do something with it. Blocked up front by Sioux Falls Christian, and they're going to hit it just in the net. The net gods are not on their side so far.
Kelsey's working her tail off over there. She's covering the hitters. She's digging the hits at us, and she's doing a good job of both. Brooke.
Another service error for Brooke Jensen gives Sioux Falls Christian the point back, so it's 5-3. And Lems goes back to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Lems' serve dug up nicely, just kind of a little close to the net by gap, and Doty has to kind of make things work, and Sioux Falls Christian just hits it right back, so it's 6-3.
Yeah, Claire's in the back row here, so the rule on the net is that Claire cannot jump up there and touch the ball and have it go over the net. So she's just got to kind of try her best to put some sort of play and try and bring it back, and it's hard to do sometimes.
Another Sioux Falls Christian hit blocked up front by Vermillion, but they just can't quite get right up to the net.
Squeeze!
So it bounces back on their side, so it's 7-3. And Lems, who led the big 11-0 run in the second set serving, is serving again. Voss's push over probably would have been out of bounds, but good defense there by Vermillion to attempt to get that one back over, but it was just out of the reach of O'Neill. So it's 8-3 now. Lems still serving.
Like, do they have anyone that can't hit? Doesn't appear so, does it?
I haven't seen anybody so far.
Yeah, see, that goes down as an error on Claire for setting, but that's not Claire's error. That pass was, it was a hard pass. Claire did everything she could to get that, So
9-3, Sioux Falls Christian on another little run. Let's just hope it doesn't turn into a big run.
Great pass.
Good pass, just blocked right back by the 6-foot Sioux Falls Christian blockers up front. So Vermillion has to scramble a little bit, and that hit just out of bounds by Bile. So Vermillion will take all the points they can get at this point in the third set. down by 5. It's not over till it's over. Reagan Lee serves it over for Vermillion. Handled cleanly.
That didn't go over.
That was not touched by a Vermillion blocker, so it'll be 4 hits on Sioux Falls Christian, point Tanagers.
Reagan Lee getting her first serving action here in a varsity match, but that means she has to go back there and play defense. She's such a tiny little girl. I hope they don't hit one at her hard.
And that serve just goes out of bounds, trying to get that back corner, so it'll be 10-5 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. And Keepers, the defensive specialist, subs in to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Sioux Falls Christian up 5, trying to get the 3-set sweep. Serve just over the net, dug up cleanly by Gap, Doty, and Gap's hit just goes out of bounds deep, so it'll be 11-5.
So if you can see that play that the girls are running there, that's the behind the pole play, but they're short. Brooklyn shortened it up, and then they're running what's called a tandem. Okay, if you've seen that, so the set's actually not going to Brooklyn. They're actually setting it to Serena to come behind Brooklyn and hit it. So just hit a little too long.
Now in the timeout here, are you trying to rally your troops for just a point, or are you trying to win the whole thing at this point in the game?
I'm saying right now, let's get to 10 before they get to 15. You know, let's focus on the next 5 points right here, little bits and pieces, okay? You can't look at the whole set or that. First of all, you've got too many kids that can't think that far out. But little gaps. Right now would be a great time to get a point.
Right after the timeout, you get possession and a little bit of momentum. Down 6 here in this 3rd set. Keepers is still back to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Her serve dug up
It's going to be trouble.
By Barnett. It's going to go over to Sioux Falls Christian's side. They're going to hit it back over. Doty sets it up for Gap. Her hit is dug up cleanly. O'Neal with another good dig in that back row. And a slam home. That was Barber, but another big dig by O'Neal, and the blockers up front just can't quite get the ball back over to Sioux Falls Christian's side.
Yeah, they're just not penetrating that net. They're not getting their hands over the net so it falls on their side instead of ours. Their timing's obviously there, but they've got to get that net penetrated.
And Voss's hit just barely gets over the net, so Sioux Falls Christian has to scramble just a touch. They're going to get it over with no problem. That is Barber doing a lot of running for Sioux Falls Christian, and Ostra slams it in that back corner for another Sioux Falls Christian point. 13-5 now in this 3rd set.
Yeah, Ani found herself behind the blocker there again. She's got to make sure she stays outside that girl's shoulder.
Serve again to Barnett in the back row. And Doty just kind of hits one over, and Barber gets up there and hits one over the net into the back corner, the gap of Vermillion's defense. So it's now 14-5.
All right, we need a good pass here. We've got to hit the ball at them to maybe get them out of system a bit. Good job, Kels.
And that hit over just out of bounds. You can't get much closer than that. And after that big scramble, that would have been a big point for Vermillion. However, they find themselves on the backside of a big run. So not what you want to see if you're the Vermillion Tanagers. The Sioux Falls Christian servers are just on point. They'll take that one every day.
You are perfect. Can't say that much better. That is not the way Brooklyn wants to hit that, but like once again, it's not always how pretty it looks. It scored a point.
So 15-6, a little bit of life back in Vermillion. And Bile just hammers one straight into the ground. So Sioux Falls Christian retains their 10-point lead.
They are doing a really nice job of moving around that block. We got both blockers up over there, but she just hit it well inside of them.
And a service ace for Sioux Falls Christian is going to give them an 11-point lead here in this third set. And you can just see everybody on Vermillion's side just seems a little bit drained.
They're kind of going down. Do you think that one would have been out?
I think it would have been close.
I do too. I feel like if she has to reach her arm out sideways, that's a nice swing by Ani.
That was a good hit by Barnett, like you said, so a little more life back in Vermillion here. They score a point, and everybody seems a little more happy out there. Let's see what they can do with it.
You know, those boys in the crowd are really trying hard to fire them up.
Little stalemate there at the net, but Sioux Falls Christian retains possession, and Popma sends it over. And another block up front by Sioux Falls Christian. Vermillion manages to get it over. Can they block it a third time? They can dig up the hit, that's for sure. And they're just going to have to get it over easy. Free ball here for Sioux Falls Christian. I'd expect a big swing, and there it is. And tipped out of bounds by Vermillion. That's going to give the point to the Tanagers.
Yep.
The point to the Chargers,
Yes,
excuse me.
Yes. You know, Claire got that block lined up the best she could, but in a long rally like that, what happens to your middle hitters, if you clocked them on how far they have to move, because they've got to go back and forth across that net how many times, and Brooke just didn't get over there for that last block.
So hit out of bounds here by Vermillion gives another point to Sioux Falls Christian, 19-7. That is Maddox back serving for Sioux Falls Christian. Good pass and a good set. Hit gets tipped at the net, but Sioux Falls Christian can handle it good. Hit over by Popema. Works good and just found that back corner for Vermillion, so that's going to be a point. 19-8, and you'll take him any way you can get him at this point in the game.
You know, Ani's swinging at the ball aggressively. She has never been a hitter before. I have been so impressed with how far she has come this year with her hitting, because she never even played as a hitter on the JV she never played C team because we pulled her straight up last year.
This is a big spot if you want to be for Vermillion. Doty back to serve. She's almost a magician back there with how she puts spin on the ball. Let's see if Vermillion can capitalize. A couple of Sioux Falls Christian mistakes, but Popema gets it over the net for Sioux Falls Christian, and they take a 12-point lead.
Their players are so smart with understanding the game and what they're doing within the play. So they hit and made Claire have to play defense the first time. Then they got the ball back over. Claire had to set it, and then they tipped, so now she has to go play one short again. So they're making her work hard, and that's hard for your setter, of course.
Vermillion gets a point there, so it's 20-9, and Barnett is back to serve. Handled well by Vermillion, a cross-court spike by Popema on that left side. Seems to be working really good for Sioux Falls Christians. They're just going to keep going back to it. 21-9.
If it ain't broke, nothing you got to fix. Hit it hard and set it high.
Sioux Falls Christian 4 points away for the sweep. Gap gets that over. That's probably out of bounds, but lucky for Vermillion, Sioux Falls Christian played it. Good defense there by Vermillion to stop it from hitting the floor. A little bit of a scramble for Sioux Falls Christian. They're going to slam it home nonetheless. Doty gives a free ball over to Sioux Falls Christian. I'd expect a big swing. And the set was a little offline, so it was a tip over the net. However, it works for Sioux Falls Christian, so it is 22-9.
That's what that does when you throw those little tips in there every once in a while, because the girls are all waiting for this big hard bomb to come at them, and then they throw those tips in at the perfect time and just catch them completely off guard.
Sioux Falls Christian 3 points away, and Popema's back to serve. Jensen gets it over for Vermillion. Sioux Falls Christian has to scramble a little bit. Let's see if Vermillion can capitalize. Doty to Jensen, tipped at the net, so it'll be a point for Vermillion. They pointed the opposite way for a second, and I thought that was tipped, but that is what they call eventually. So.
Yes, yeah, the line judge on this side had that call, so good call, Siri.
22-10. O'Neal back to serve. Another tip over the net by Sioux Falls Christian. They seem to be going to that a little more often this third set.
It does seem like it, doesn't it?
But it's working for them in this third set, so. Then they rear back to swing one, and it gets tipped to the net and just drops into the Vermillion defensive gap, so it's 23-10. 2 points away from the sweep.
That's a perfect pass.
Good hit by Voss, tipped out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian, so it's 23-11. A little bit of life back in the Vermillion Tanager squad now. Let's see what they can do with it. Serve over a little short. The setter Barber has to run a little bit for that one. The set's a little bit offline. Good hit by Vermillion, tipped to the net. And a cross-court slam just out of bounds. So we're going to get another point for the Tanagers.
That was a lucky mistake for us because we did not get the block over there on that one. So we'll take that.
23-12. And an offset has to send the ball over for Sioux Falls Christian. And now they're in a little bit of a scramble mode here, but then it's slammed into the net. That was Ostra. So another point for the Tanagers. That's 3 in a row, 23-13.
They are human.
Serve just gets over the net. The net guards are on Vermillion's side so far. Just a little roll over the net for Sioux Falls Christian. And the set seemed a little bit off, but they make it work.
Too far out, yep.
And that hit into the net. We're not going to get a touch of the net, so there's 4 hits on Vermillion.
I agree with that call. They didn't touch that one, so.
I agree with it too, but I was hoping they just
maybe didn't see it.
Right, yeah.
Or maybe did see it. Match point here.
Match point. The serve by the defensive specialist goes into the net. So another rare Sioux Falls Christian mistake. But Vermillion will take all the points they can get at this point in the game. Serve over handled nicely by Sioux Falls Christian. Bile tries to send it home, but can't quite get it there. We're going to get a block tipped out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian, so another point for Vermillion. And the student section and the crowd are getting into it here. Let's see if Vermillion can't make a comeback. Serve set up nicely. That was Ostra trying to send it home, and she does. 25-15, the final score in this set 3. We're going to come back to Vermillion after a couple messages with a post-game show featuring former coach Jody Zeller after this.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Welcome back to Vermillion, where Vermillion falls to Sioux Falls Christian 3-0. Set scores 16-25, 14-25, and 15-25. Sioux Falls Christian goes to 9-0 on the year, 27-1 overall with their sets. Vermillion falls to 3-7. Jody, what are your overall thoughts on the game?
Well, if you remember what we talked about before we started tonight, the keys to the match tonight were to not give Sioux Falls Christian a lot of free points. We missed too many serves. We had passes go not right over the net, which allowed them to just wail away at us. And we had blocks that didn't get shut. That was our other key point, right? We had to have a good, solid block. And our blockers struggled, and not because of a skill of their own, but because Sioux Falls Christian is so good at moving the ball around, our blockers had a hard time getting back and forth across the net. They do a great job of going left, going right, going left, then coming to the middle and just hammering it at you. And those middle blockers had to work their tails off tonight. So would have liked to see a few more touches on the block, but hey, they got some. So.
Now, I kind of focused on all the bad things that went wrong, but what went good overall for Vermillion? I mean, they kind of hung in all three sets.
Honestly, I think tonight was Serena Gap's best match of the year. I thought she played wonderful defense tonight. She served great. I don't think she missed a serve all night long. And her hitting has really, really come a long way. She's starting to swing at the ball hard, and she's being very effective with that. And then I've also got to give props to Ani. I thought Ani did a great job tonight. Like I said, came in off after playing a tennis match today, came screaming in the gym, did her volleyball warm-up and played tonight. And she hit the ball hard tonight and played some really good defense and served well too. So I'm going to go with our left side players tonight as the ones that really held their own. So
always got to focus on positives on games like this, and that's just one thing you have to look forward to. Kind of looking ahead to their schedule. Thursday they play Madison.
Madison's a good team. They're a Deck 12 team, so of course they're going to be good. All those schools in the Deck 12 are just solid volleyball. You can look back in the history as Sioux Falls, like you did. Sioux Falls Christians won the last 5 in a row, but on top of that, we've had 2 other teams there every year. The Deck 12 is really a strong volleyball conference. So Madison has a lot of height, just like Sioux Falls Christian tonight. Madison has some really nice returners coming back. And then Jill Crowderville, the coach up there, does a fabulous job with them as well. So that'll be a battle. If our girls play as well as they did against Tri-Valley, you know, we can put up a stink for them and maybe get a 5-setter out of it, and you just don't know what'll happen from there.
You never know. That's why you play the game. Well,
yep.
Coach Zeller, thank you for your time. Hope to see you back here Tuesday, I believe, against T. So
okay, that'll be a battle as well. Yeah, T has come so far with their volleyball program. They used to be the team you're like, yes, we get to play T. It's an automatic win. Boy, that's not the case anymore. Once again, another Deck 12 team.
Thank you, Jody.
Thanks, Cole.
When we come back to Vermillion High School, we'll have scores from around the area and hopefully a Coach Amy Nelson interview. While that, after this, from Vermillion and Vermillion Tanagers Live.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Vermillion as we wrap up your post-game show. We will unfortunately not get a post-game interview with head coach Amy Nelson, but expect a pre-game interview next time we're down here at the take on team. Get some scores around the area and wrap up the whole game, and we'll send you on your way. Some Class A scores, just in general. I don't believe my app has updated here, so just give me a second as you can kind of see them on your bottom scroller on your screen. Class A scores: Webster area is ahead of Sisseton 1-0. Castlewood defeated Dual 3-0. Millbank defeated Waubay Summit 2-0. Or is ahead of Waubay Summit 2-0, excuse me. Sioux Valley is ahead of DeSmit 1-0. Florence Henry is ahead of Clark Willow Lake 1-0. Estline Hendricks is ahead of Great Plains Lutheran 1-0. Hamlin is ahead of Aberdeen Roncalli 1-0. Coleman Egan is defeating McCook Central Montrose 1-0. And Miller is defeating number 2 Northwestern 1-0 as well. Other than that, not a whole lot of scores being reported onto the SD Score Feed app. So what I've got is what I'll give to you. But a disappointing loss here for the Vermillion Tanagers. Didn't seem to play quite as good as we thought they could. However, it's just kind of to be expected when you play a good Sioux Falls Christian team who is now 9-0. As we said earlier, Vermillion falls to 3-7 on the season. Their next contest they play at Madison on Thursday. Also on Thursday on Vermillion Tanagers Live, we will have girls soccer live from Vermillion High School. And then on Friday, the Vermillion Tanager football team travels up to West Central to take on the number 1 rated Trojans. So, from Cole Larsch, and thank you to Coach Jody Zeller for helping me out today. Not sure what I would have done without her. I was kind of struggling a couple times, but with her knowledge and everything like that, that helps out a ton. So, from Cole Larsch and Jody Zeller, good evening from Vermillion High School. Hope you all have a safe week. And we'll see you back on Vermillion Tanagers Live on Thursday.